Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be a wrap-up video. It's going to be my 7 in 7 Readathon wrap-up video. The Readathon concluded in August. I'm pretty much well into September, and I'm just now sitting down to do this video. I just had a lot of stuff happening the last month, and I meant to do this right after I finished so I'd know everything, I'd remember everything going into it, and no, that didn't happen. I don't really feel all that well, but I really wanted to make this video, and today's the only day this week that I can, unless I have to wait till the end of the week or next week, and I just don't really want to do that. So bear with me, guys, I'm really sorry, but I really wanted to get this video up to you guys, so let's just get on with the video. So like I said, this is the 7/7 Readathon Wrap Up, and that went from the 14th to the 28th of August. It's, like I said, well into September. And it was a really chill readathon. It was just to read 7 books, or 7 things in 7 days. It didn't have to be a novel. It could have been a short story. It could have been a magazine. It could have been a comic book. Anything you want, as long as you're reading. Yeah, 7 things in 7 days. You completed that. You completed the readathon. It was hosted by Ashley. It said the story, as well as Lala from Books and Lala. And I can't remember anyone else. Those are the only 2 I can remember so far. Like I said, it's been a while. So yeah, I completed the challenge. I read a little bit more than 7 books, but that's because I, chose really short books and I was really happy. I stuck with the TBR that I planned, and I got some reading done. August was a really good reading month. September's not looking so great. But yeah, so let's get on with this. Alright, so the first book is the one I completed, so I'm counting it for this readathon, and that is Devoted in Death by J.D. Robb. I dropped that. Okay, Devoted in Death is number, I don't remember. I want to say 39, maybe 38. No, this is one of the, I think this is like 40, 41 maybe? I can't remember. Maybe 40, I think 41. I think this is 41. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this is 41. So, yeah. We're gonna go with that. Whatever. Okay, so I can't remember the number for this one. But yeah, this is, an in-depth novella, or not novella, this is an in-depth novel, and I really loved it. I gave it 5 stars. It just follows Eve and Rorik and everybody else, and I really love them. And like I said, this is like in the 40s, so I've read a lot of them, and I absolutely love this series. I've never given any of this series less than a 4-star. They're just so amazing. I either give them 5 stars or 4 stars. There's not really like in between. I either really, really, really love it, or I love it. And so then I give it 4 stars. But yeah, this was a 5-star read. I really loved it. So I'm just, okay. Oh, and I only read 123 pages of this one. This was, literally I just needed to finish it so I can go on to the readathon, and because I finished it, I'm adding the page numbers, so I'm adding the pages to the readathon. We're just gonna go with that. Alright, so right after I completed Devoted in Death, I went straight into Matesama Volume 9 by Hiro Fujiwara. This is the final volume of Matesama, and I absolutely loved it. Yeah, there's some gorgeous parts. This is the concluding novel, and, this series just cracks me up, and it's a beautiful romance, and it's kind of a slow burning. It's not an insta love, at least not for her, not for Misaki. At least they know they're attracted to each other. Usui, you know, I believe is a little insta lovey. He just tells her straight up, I love it, I love you, I want to be with you, that kind of thing. And she's all like, hell no, get the hell away from me, you freak, go away. And that's just like how it starts out, at least for their relationship. But they become really good friends, and she still calls him like a perverted alien, and I love it. But yeah, their romance just blossoms, and it's so beautiful, and I love this series so much. I gave this 5 stars, of course. I think this is the only one I think I've given maybe one other volume 5 stars. They're really, really good, and I give them like 4.5 stars. But yeah, there are just some that are just absolutely perfect, and those I give 5 stars. So that, this was 380 pages, by the way. The next one was On the Fence by Casey West. Again, I chose really short books, and I just grabbed what was ever on my my TBR case. That's all books. I have like each shelf has another stack behind it, pretty much. So I have a lot of books on my TBR shelf, or on my TBR case, and I just chose like my shortest books, and books that I felt like I could really get through easily for the readathon. So I chose On the Fence by Casey West, and another one by Casey West, which I'll show you in a little bit. But yeah, I really like this one. This one I gave 4 stars. This is about a girl named Charlie, or Charlotte, but she goes by Charlie, and she's raised by all men. Her 3 older brothers, her father, and her next door neighbor pretty much all raised her. Her mom passed away when she was young, so they kind of influenced her to be more, what's it called? To be more like them, pretty much. She's never really been like a girl. She doesn't wear makeup, she doesn't wear dresses or anything like that. What's it called? She would rather like play sports and stuff, which is great. But she gets a speeding ticket, and so she has to find a job, and she finds one at a boutique, so she has to dress up and wear makeup and stuff like that, and she has no one really to teach her. But she comes to actually, I think, enjoy it, but it's the best of both worlds, because, I mean, she's still the same Charlie, she just, enjoys wearing, like, finding pretty outfits to wear, and it's nice. It's really nice to see this. There are moments that I was just, like, kind of annoyed with her. There's sometimes she lies, and I can understand lying. Like, there's sometimes she lies to her father, about certain things, and I'm like, okay, I guess I can understand the reasoning behind that. And I'm not saying, like, I'm perfect and I don't lie at all, but I'm just saying, like, it was just annoying because there was no reason for her to lie. And I guess I understood from her point of view, but still, it was like, what's the point? What's the point for lying about this, anyway? Like, I don't get it. But, I mean, I still really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars, like I said, and I really enjoyed the romance. The romance is really cute. But yeah. This is really, I really liked it. I'm really scared for her other one, and I don't know which one came first, actually. I'm actually not sure which one came first, or which one she wrote first, The Fill-In Boyfriend, or maybe this one. But I'm really afraid to read The Fill-In Boyfriend, because I've heard really bad things about it. But this one I've heard really good things, and I agree with it. I think it was really good, and I really liked it. Oh, and this one was 293 pages. Okay, so next I read the other Casey West book, and that is Lucky in Love. This is her newest novel. It just came out, and it's so cute. I really liked it. This one I also gave 4 stars. This is about a girl who wins the lottery, and everyone finds out, and of course you know what happens when you win the lottery and everyone finds out. You become an instant sensation. Everybody wants stuff from you. Everybody wants you to, like, throw parties and buy stuff, and it's insane, and you don't know who your true friends are sometimes, which happens in this book. You know, she has friends, and then she meets new people or friends she's never considered being friends with, and it's just like, you don't know who your true friends are until you actually, yeah, you know what I mean. But I think this was really cute. The romance is really cute. He is the only one, by the way, who doesn't know she won the lottery. They both work at the zoo together, and what's it called? She doesn't want him to know because she doesn't want him to treat her differently. And I just thought it was really, really cute, and I gave this 4 stars as well. I can't remember. I think there were moments where it was just like, why did you do that? Why? Like, okay, when you win the lottery, like, okay, there are a lot of things in here that I would have done as well. Like giving my family, like paying off the house and making sure they're taken care of and stuff like that. But, and then of course people take advantage of her, and I could definitely see that happening to me as well if that ever happened to me. But I think there were moments where I was just like, why'd you do that? Why? Just why? But I think I enjoyed this one more than Lucky in Love. I think P.S. I Like You, I think that's what it's called, right? P.S. I Like You, I think. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. I think that one's my favorite one. I think this one comes after that. Oh, what's the other one? By Your Side. I like that one. I didn't love it. I would have given that one, I think, like 3.5 stars. I think this one's more like a 4.5 star because I really did enjoy this one. And then I think By Your Side and On the Fence are more like 4 stars. P.S. I Like You was a 5 star. I really love that one. So yeah, I think that's how it's going so far. There's a few other Casey West books that I have to read. Like I said, Phil and Boyfriend is one of them, and I'm afraid to read that one, but I have to, so I'm gonna read that soon. And then next one, I think, is the most screwed up one that I've ever read. Well, no, there's another one that I read that was just like, hello. Alright, and that is Too Late by C. Hoover, or Colleen Hoover. She wrote this one for Wattpad, and then she finally brought it out as a print copy. And so this one, I went to this one really blind. I didn't know anything about this at all. I just knew it was a Colleen Hoover book, and I needed to read it because I would never leave a Colleen Hoover book on my TBR shelf, and apparently I did. And I was just like, what? So I read it, and this is really screwed up. So this is about a girl named Sloane who is in this relationship with this guy named Asa, and he is in a lot of bad shit. Okay, he's in a lot of bad, like, he's in a bad place. He's a bad guy. He is just terrible. I can't remember exactly what he does. I mean, I believe he, like, sells drugs and does other shit, you know. He's a very controlling person, especially when it comes to Sloane. And, I mean, he's had a lot of bad stuff happen to him, but still, he's he's a bad person. And Sloane, she doesn't want to be with him. She's stuck with him. And for reasons I'm not going to really go into, because you should really read the book. It's a good book. I gave it 4 stars. But still, it's like, there's some stuff that just happens, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, literally, I'm just reading this, and I'm like, it was addicting. I needed to get to the next chapter. I needed to find out the next, you know, I just needed to know what was happening. I needed to keep going. It was addicting, and I read it in, like, a day. I was just reading it, you know, I just couldn't stop reading it. I brought this with me everywhere. I mean, I bring books with me everywhere. Anyway, but still, I was just reading this anytime I could. Just because, yeah, it was fucked up. Sorry for my language. But, oh my god. it was addicting. So Sloane is with this guy named Asa. She's stuck in this relationship. She can't get out. Like I said, he's very controlling, and he has something over her that she just can't leave because of. And she wants to all the time. And then this guy named Carter comes into the picture, and at first she thinks he's just like Asa, but then she finds out he's not, he's not exactly like him. He's a lot different, and they start to, like, to fall in love, and now she's just like, how do we get away from Asa? Like, how do we get out? And it was really good, but it was really screwed up. Trigger warnings for rape, abuse, I think happens. There's just a lot that happens. So just trigger warning in general. If you go into this one and you go into it blind like I did, and didn't know, like, there would be a lot of rape and stuff that happens, I'm giving you that trigger warning. I can't remember everything that happens. I can tell you for sure rape happens. And I know, I want to say abuse happens. Yeah, it's screwed up, but it's a good read. It was really good. I give it 4 stars. Wow. Oh, and that one was, Lucky in Love was 333 pages, and Too Late was 385 pages. Alright, the next book I read was Every Heart a Doorway by Shauna McGuire. This is a book about kids who go off into this like magical dimension, or this a doorway of, to another world, and something happens and they end up finding their way back here to our world. And now they have to adjust to living here again when they were happy or whatever there. Or they want to find their way back there because that's where they were happier. This is a novella. It's like 169 pages, yeah. And I really enjoyed it. I give this, like, I say 4.5 stars. This was really good. I wish on Goodreads you could put 4.5 stars. I keep saying about Goodreads, I really love it, but the whole, like, I would love a half star. Really. I would love to make a half star. I wish. I keep going into the, what's it called? Into the actual, like, review part and have to put the star rate, like, the actual rating, because you can't put a half star or a quarter star or a 3/4 star. It would be so much easier. Okay, but yeah, Every Heart a Doorway. It's really about this girl, it's about this school which houses all of the kids who have come back from the other, doorways. And it's about this girl who just came back. Her family, doesn't know what's wrong with her, so they just drop her off at this school. They're like, have fun, hope you get better, and come back. She just doesn't belong with them anymore. She just doesn't feel like she belongs here anymore. She is from, like, she's from, like, an underworld. There's a lot of death and stuff, and she wears a lot of black, and they hate it. They want her to wear color, and she doesn't want to. So yeah. But this is really good, and I really loved it, and I give it, again, like, 4.5 stars. I can't wait to read Down Among the Sticks and Bones, because I know that has Jack and Jill in it, and I really, really like that. Alright, so like I said, 169 pages for that. Then I read some manga. I read So Cute It Hurts Volume 1 and Volume 2, and this is just about these two twins, I want to say Mitsuru and Megumu. Yeah, Mitsuru and Megumu. They, Megumu is the girl, Mitsuru is the boy, and Mitsuru goes to an all-boys school, and Megumu goes to a co-ed public school, and so I think he's failing history or something, and she's a history buff or something like that, and they switch places, so, because they're twins and they can do that. She is Mitsuru and he is Megumu, and they go to their, their respected schools and stuff like that, and Megumu ends up falling in love with a boy at her brother's school, and Mitsuru ends up falling in love with a girl at his sister's school, dressed up as each other, and it's so It's weird. Here's the art style, which I love. And that is, I can't say his name. Aoi? I think his name is Aoi. I can never say that name. It's Aoi. But this was really good. I liked it, and I gave it like a 3.5 to 4 stars. And then book 2 continues on. They're still switched. Of course, there's 15 volumes in the series, and I wonder if all of it is them switching places, or of them like switched. Still, I don't know, but this one I think is my favorite because of the ending. I still have yet to read volume 3, and this one had a cliffhanger ending, and I was just like, I need to read volume 3, and I still haven't, but it's on my TBR for September. I have to read it. But yeah, I think I like this one more because of the ending. And again, I really love the art style, and I like the characters. And yeah, so I guess 3.5 to 4 stars, and this one gets a solid 4 star. And they both had, volume 1 had 186 pages, volume 2 had 187 pages. And then the last book I read was a novella, and that is Wonderment in Death by J.D. Robb. This is in the bind-up of, or this is in the anthology Down the Rabbit Hole. So you can already tell that Wonderment in Death kind of has an Alice in Wonderland feel to it, and it does. I can't remember exactly what happens. Oh, I can't remember. It's something to do with like, there's like drugs or something, and there's this drug that's making people kill, but they don't know that they're doing it. They think they're doing something different. Like a girl's holding a rose, and she wants to give it to her brother, and she sees this flower. Okay, she sees a flower. What's really in her hand is scissors, and every time she gives it to him, it goes through his body. That's a part. That actually happens like the very beginning. I remember that. So I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars. This is the last novella that I had to read before I catch up with the series, but it was really good. It's not my favorite novella. I liked the first one, the Christmas one, a lot. There's a few that I really love, the novellas. This one is not my favorite, but it was still really good, and I enjoyed it, and I gave it 4 stars. And this one, it was 99 pages. So all in total, for this entire readathon, I read 2,155 pages. And in like 8 books and 100, you know what I mean. 9 books, but 1 I didn't start and finish. I just needed to finish it. So 8 books, and then 1 quarter book, pretty much. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really loved, I really liked all the books I read. I had no problem with any of the books. You know what I mean? I didn't hate any of the books that I read. So I was really happy. I enjoyed them all. And that's it for today's wrap up, guys. For this wrap up. I'll see you guys soon with another video, because I'm going to do my August wrap up today too, because I have no time to do it any other time. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I just don't really feel all that well, but we're gonna get through this. Alright, so that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again with another video. Bye!